Alright, real fast, brief video. I'm really behind on some of this shit, but Captain America is supposedly, Chris Evans supposedly back as Captain America. And according to him, that's news to him. But what's the truth here? The Deadline is flat out lying. I mean, we're talking about Deadline here. And the similar thing happened with the Tatiana Maslany, who's reportedly playing She-Hulk. Similar thing happened with that, where the actor claimed that this wasn't happening. I don't know how these things get out of control like this. So, what's the truth here? Deadline's claiming that he's coming back. That multiple sources they have are claiming that he's coming back as Steve Rogers in some capacity, or as Captain America in some capacity, in at least one Marvel property with the door open for a second film. Now, what's the likelihood here that he's coming back as Human Torch? What if they've got it wrong to some degree? So he can actually say, well, this is news to me. I didn't know I was coming back as Captain America because I'm actually coming back as Human Torch, the Fantastic Four. Because they're doing that whole Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness thing. Or, if it's not that case that he's coming back as a Human Torch cameo in the Multiverse of Madness, you gotta think about it. They tried to get everybody for this whole multiverse thing. So, wouldn't they want to get somebody from the Fantastic Four movies? Or is Chris Evans actually coming back as a Skrull disguised as Captain America? That actually would make a lot of sense. I actually think that's what's going to happen. I lean to either he's coming back as a Skrull disguised as Captain America because they're doing all the Secret Wars stuff, Captain Marvel 2, Ms. Marvel's having her own TV show, they're bringing in Monica Rambeau, they're, going for the whole Secret Invasion thing. I really think, and not only could you have Captain America be a Skrull, you could also have Black Panther be a Skrull now too, since they're gearing up for this whole thing, the Secret Invasion. That to me sounds much more credible than Captain America's just Chris Evans is just coming back as Captain America again. For what reason? I really feel like they're bringing him back to be a Skrull. Now the deal isn't done yet, but it's what they know is vague at best. That's why I speculate that he's probably going to be a Skrull. He's probably going to be a Skrull. Or maybe he'll just be Human Torch again briefly for a moment or a couple of scenes. But you don't bring a guy back like this just, well, I guess, for something like that. I mean, they're bringing Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire back to play their Spider-Man, and Alfred Molina, and they've got Jamie Foxx of all people. So there is some credibility in it to say that they're bringing him back just as Human Torch, just for that fan service, for that whole multiverse thing they're doing, or they're actually bringing him back as a Skrull, which would be absolutely amazing to do. Now, they could just have him come back for like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as an alternate Captain America, maybe an evil one, but I tend to doubt it. Maybe a Steve Rogers as like U.S. agent or something like that. But I tend to doubt it that they would do that. If anything, they would more than likely bring him back as an alternate version of Steve Rogers that they can team up with in the Multiverse of Madness. But I think the best payoff would be to have him as a Skrull, because that just sounds like it'd work best. So they've really got no idea. It's vague at best. they assume he's going to be Captain America because that's what Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, in at least one more Marvel property with the door open for a second film. And you could argue that maybe he's showing up on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that's already shot and this deal hasn't gone through yet. So that's unlikely. Maybe for season 2, but I just think that if you're going to bring him back, why not as a Skrull? And since the unfortunate thing that happened with Chadwick Boseman, why not have Black Panther be outed as a Skrull too? Really amp this stuff up for the next phase or next wave. So I think he's going to be one of the invaders. I mean, I just can't see it any other way. I can't see him showing up in something like the Eternals or Thor, Love and Thunder. I really think the only way to do this, if you're really bringing him back, it has to be for the Secret Invasion, the whole Skrull storyline. And a lot of people are saying it's way too soon to have him back. Well, it's not going to be our Captain America. If it's the MCU's main Captain America, not some alternate timeline version, then it is way too soon to have Chris Evans back. But if it's an alternate version that's secretly a Skrull, or if we think it's our main version, but it's outed secretly that he's a Skrull, then that would be an amazing payoff, and that would be something that you want to do. You could do this with Captain America and Black Panther, and it would have a huge impact, even though the actor that plays Black Panther is gone, Chadwick Boseman. He's dead in real life. And even though Chris Evans has left, you could just have him as a... That's the best payoff I can see out of all this. But it's not way too soon to have him back, because it's not going to be our Captain America. And like I said, if it is, then it is way too soon to have him back. But if it's an alternate version in any capacity, then it's not way too soon to have him back. If whether it's some evil version of Captain America or some version that shows up to help them in the multiverse of madness when all the realities are breaking down into one, or whatever it's going to happen, all this dimension jumping, or whatever exactly they're doing, it's not way too soon to have them show up in this capacity, whether good, evil, or secretly a Skrull, which I place all my bets on. That or him showing up as the Human Torch just for a nod. I mean, I'd imagine that it's quite expensive to do that, and you really want to throw money at it like that just for fan service. Well, shit. Nope. Anything's possible. But that's my opinion. I think he's a Skrull, and I think that's what's really going on there. That he's coming back to dupe everybody, to fool them into believing that he's Captain America when he's actually a Skrull. And when that's outed, it's going to be a game changer. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions. How you want to see him back? Do you want to see him as like Human Torch? Do you want to see some evil version of Captain America? Do you want to see the whole thing where he comes back and they think it's actually their Captain America, but it turns out to be a Skrull the whole time? Or do you want to see some alternate version of Captain America that lives up to the MCU's version, helping them out in the multiverse of madness? Show up, help them fight the fight. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Fake Goodwin here. Eventually we will. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Help promote and rank up my channel. And stay awesome. Rock on.